जयाय नमः। ॐ अविनाशिने नमः। ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपराय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ चिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ तपोवनशिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः। ॐ निःस्पृहाय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ फलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मपराय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूम्ने नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। ॐ महर्षये नमः। ॐ मनोहराय नमः। ॐ महात्मने नमः। ॐ मेधाविने नमः। ॐ यदात्मने नमः। ॐ यज्ञकृते नमः। ॐ लोकप्रसिद्धाय नमः। ॐ वाग्मिने नमः। ॐ विभवे नमः। Om Vinodapriyaya Namah. Om Vinaya-sheelaaya Namah. Om Vitaragaya Namah. Om Vedanta Vidyaya Namah. Om Shantaya Namah. Om Shanti Pradaya Namah. Om Shastrodharagaya Namah. Om Shuddha Sattvaya Namah. Om Shrudiparagaya Namah. Om Shrotriyaya Namah. Om Sannyasine Namah. Om Samabuddhaye Namah. Om Satchidanandaya Namah. Sarvahita Chintakaya Namah. Om Satya Sankalpaya Namah. Om Santushtaya Namah. Om Sadave Namah. Om Sumanase Namah. Om Suhrude Namah. Om Sayam Jyotishe Namah. Om Sthita Prajnaya Namah. Om Kshama-sheelaaya Namah. Om Jnana-murtaye Namah. Om Jnana-yogine Namah. Om Jnana-triptaya Namah. Om Nitya-shuddha Buddha-mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya-shuddha Buddha-mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Nitya-shuddha Buddha-mukta Swarupaya Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. Om Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namah. First of all, thanks to the hosts who have very eagerly invited me to come all the way for 2 hours to reach here. It is another world altogether. So it's like, you sleep in India and wake up in US. I slept there in Orange County and woke up in Desert County. Thank you for inviting all. That is also nice to have as a community event. Thanks to Radhika for organizing this as a coordinator. And we have been doing this for the past 7-8 months. Almost every weekend I have been giving these talks, and I did in our Sunil Kumari's house also. And today, among the 108 names, we are in the 84th name. And that is Vinaya-sheelaaya Namah. As I've explained earlier, in the earlier satsang, the names are given as attributes to a great person. If somebody were to write your attributes, what do they write? In English, for example. The miserable one, the unhappy one, the angry one. Do they write like that? You don't like that, right? You like people to write something positive about you. The happy one, the inspiring one. But do we live like that? For somebody to write that way? And you don't give money to write for such things. If somebody had to write your attributes, and if it had to be positive, it has to be, your life has to be a positive one. And not for oneself and 2 people or 3, for everyone. And it is not that Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayanandaji had asked somebody to write this. It is people who have observed him, have realized how great this personality is. And that greatness of the personality is not oneself talking about it. It is like sun cannot be hidden for long. Isn't that? Can you hide the sun for how long you can hide a sun, or anything can hide a sun? Its brightness, its brilliance, its heat, everything will naturally be seen And not by one person or two persons or a set of people, everyone. So a brilliant presence like sun can never, first of all, can never be hidden, and it is impartially giving light to everything forever. In the same way, the life of a great person is that he first of all is impartial, not based upon race, color, creed, caste, religion, region. None of those things should come on the way of a great person. And that is why we find such personalities go beyond religious sentiments, beyond the barriers of nations, beyond the conditions of a community, beyond all do's and don'ts. They are love incarnate. They cannot be stopped by anybody. No country can stop them. No community can stop them. And that is how Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayanandaji was. Number one. So second one is their service is continuous. Just like the sun, as I said, impartial and continuously serving. Without asking, what do I get? Does the sun ask, what do I get? What do I get out of this? No. That is the reason why usually such Mahatmas are free from all bondages, free from all limitations and restrictions caused by family or any other restrictions. So I happen to be one of them, one of the many thousands of people who came closer to Gurudev to watch and observe such a personality. There are many. That's why I'm eager to share it with you all. It's like you saw a first show of a movie. Would you like to share with everybody? And especially when you come out some place they ask, how was the movie? And if it is a miserable movie and you wanted everybody to suffer, you say, fantastic movie, go inside. You go and suffer like I did. But here it is not some movie or some short-term entertainment. It is a personality who had continuously served for over 40-45 years only to make people better. Just like you do for your children, how much time you spend, endless hours you work. For what? Many times our immediate needs are very simple. How much food you need, how many clothes you wear, how many cars you drive. That is not our need or purpose for working hard. Maybe for saving for your retirement, maybe. But most parents are interested to save their money or to acquire some amount of wealth to be giving to their children, make a comfortable living, good education, and etc. All those things. As much as you have so much love for your own children, your own kith and kin, immediate family members, a Mahatma has got the entire humanity. Think of it, how much he has to work. Not one person or two people, not immediate friends and families. For entire humanity to work, how long it will take? It's not easy. It's not easy to think about the mind of a Mahatma. Endless hours they have to spend for endlessly serving. But one greatness about all these people who have served for the humanity, all of them who are worthy of their name, one characteristic or one virtue that makes them stand apart from all people is that they are humble. That is called Vinaya. Vinaya-sheelaaya Namah. Vinaya means humility. If they were arrogant, if they are haughty and proud, world would have rejected long time back. Anybody who's proud, anybody who's arrogant, cannot stay long in anybody's heart. For example, even with your own children, you show your pride and ego, they will shun you. They will not like you. They may respect you, no doubt, for whatever you are, because after all, your parent, what can they do? Your boss is arrogant. What can you do? In your heart of heart, you grind your teeth. Come out, I will say. But because his position is like that, he is above you and he can dictate terms to you, you just tolerate. Tolerate. In the same way, so a person who is proud and arrogant about oneself cannot stay in the heart of people for long. The one who is ever in the heart of everyone is the one who is ever humble. The humility does not mean a weakness. Many people think being humble means subservient, saying yes to everything. No. Swami Chinmayanandaji used to tell us, don't be like a doormat, but a doorway. In old houses in India, when I was growing up, in Kerala especially, I'm sure in many of the older villages also, the doorway used to be shorter. 5 feet. Entrance will be 5 or even less than that. And you always find that you have to bend down and get in. And many of the temples are also like that. In many of the temples, the main Garbhagraha, what you call sanctum, sanctorum. Many people have the misunderstanding. Sanctorium. It's not a sanctorium. Okay? It is sanctum, sanctorum. That sanctum usually is smaller. The entry is short. 3 feet, 4 feet height. You have to bend down. Why? In front of the Lord. Don't show your arrogance. Don't show your arrogance. So he used to say, don't be a doormat, be a doorway. In doorway, bend down. You are going to be a doorway for joy and happiness, knowledge and wisdom. It is our tradition in Hinduism that and I don't think it is there in any other tradition in any other world, maybe in Buddhism because it is derived out of Hinduism mainly. Salutation on the ground. Sa ashta anga. Sa ashtanga means what? Sashtanga namaskar. You might have heard. I don't know what you call. In Hindi, Punjab, what do you call that? Sashtanga? You pronounce fully Sashtanga? Sashtanga namaskar. Ashta anga, it's called. Ashta means 8. Anga means limbs. 8 limbs of your body should touch the ground. That's called Sashtanga. Your head, both the chins, both shoulders, both the knees. How many are over? And your both the foot. 2, 4, 6, and actually your head, this portion and this should end. Sometimes they put these two. They do both sides. 8 of them. The intention of this is entire body points have to be on the floor. I'll tell you why it is so. It is like Dandavat Pranam. Dandavat Pranam is like a stick you should fall. Take a stick for example. When you put the stick right straight, that shadow is long. When you bend it to 2, sit down, shadow is less. When you put it on the floor, no shadow. Correct? Completely on the ground means you won't see the shadow. I want you to say yes or no. Yes. Then only I know that you are listening. Because I keep talking and you are in some other world, then it's a problem. So when a stick falls on the ground, there is no shadow at all. This shadow represents our pride and ego. That's why when you stand like this, in human psychology, this is called, I'm not accepting you. You know that? If somebody, when you're talking to somebody and somebody is standing like this, means what? I'm not showing my hand, I have something else in my opinion which I won't tell you. So if your son is standing like this, when you're talking, that means what? My sonta nayu. I'm not going to oblige or accept what you're talking about. Okay, chalo. I challenge. But real challenge is really when he stands like this. Kya? You're challenging me. First one is I'm not accepting. Second one is I'm challenging. You're challenging me. But when you do this, I'm accepting. I'm receiving it. That's why when you do namaskar, namaha te, salutations to you. What does it mean? You and me are one and the same. This is the way Hindus greet each other. Not hi, bye, or even going and hugging. Hugging means what? Do you have a weapon in your body? I want to check. Or shaking hands. No touching, no touch there. I salute you as a divine person in whom God resides, and in me also the same God resides. So you and me are one and the same. There's no difference. Interestingly, you do this even in front of God and even in front of a person. Same thing. Is it not? When you are standing in front of the Lord also you say this, and you are standing in front of a person also you do this. Which means what? God, whether it's abode of God or in front of a person, I think or I completely believe the divinity is the same. But in the Tamil tradition, they have this method, they do go up there. Which means that you don't do in front of human beings. Maybe to sadhus you do, yes, sannyasins you do, but not to ordinary person. So they do completely go up and then come down and then do this. Meaning that very Lord, Supreme Lord who is residing in the highest plane, is himself is descending on myself and in my heart. And then do the salutation, which means what? When I prostrate in front of you, salute in front of you, I destroy my pride. I give up my pride. So, humility is not subservience. It is not slave. It is not slavery. It is servitude. It is, I am ready to serve you. That's what it means. I am ready to serve you. That's why in Gita also says, if you want to learn from anything, first thing you should do is you must have that attitude of surrender. Tadvidhi pranipadena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnanina tattvadarshina. Tadvidhi, you come to know from a teacher. Pranipadena, by saluting. Pranipada, pranipada. Nipada means to fall down. Nipadanam. Nipada, pranipada. So saluting in front of the teacher. Pariprashnena, by asking questions. Sevaya, by serving. Upadekshanti, they will teach you. Te jnanam, to you the knowledge. Jnaninaha, men of knowledge. Tattvadarshinaha, have seen the truth. So please understand, the state of mind where it is humble and having humility is not a weakness. Upanishad says very clearly, na ayamatma balahinena labhyaha. Yes, weakling cannot gain this knowledge. So what we see distinctly in great personalities is humility. Vidya dadati vinayam. Knowledge gives you humility. When does knowledge give humility? When it is descending from head to heart. Many scholars also have learned. Keep it open, it's good. Air is coming. He wants to come. Why are you stopping? Why Bhagavan is wanting to come? Let him come. So, when people read, when we also read, most times we read and it only remains in our head. I know it. But has it become your experience? No. Why? It has not reached the heart. From head, when it starts descending to heart, you become humble. When you become humble, when the head, from the head, the knowledge descends to the heart, you become simple. When the knowledge descends from head to heart, you become free. I'll give you an example. Let us say you are going for trekking. I'm sure there are now so many mountains nearby. So let us say you decide to go for trekking next week. And you carry some food or water, etc. on your backpack. By the way, where is my person who brought... my bag is there. Yes. Two bags are there. You remember 2 bags are there. One behind, one in the back seat. Yesterday what happened, I kept it in somebody's car. The person who brought me into somebody's house, and after satsang, he got the car went away. So let us say that you are going for trekking and you have carried your food and water, etc. And you carry it on a backpack and then you start walking, trekking up. After some amount of trekking, you go up and then you feel tired. After 3-4 hours, you decided to sit down under a tree and ready to eat the food. While carrying, as you start going up the hill, the bag will start weighing more and more heavy. Have you noticed it? I'm sure. If you have not given to somebody else to carry that. When you start carrying your own bag on your back and start walking, as you go up, you will feel it is becoming heavier. It is not becoming heavier. You are becoming tired. That's all it is. That's not. It is adding weight. Of course, the natural law is there because as you go up, the pull is more. Right? The attraction towards the earth is more, and then its center of gravity it just comes down. As you go up further, heavier, so so heavy. So you sit down, open that pack, and then you discover what all your wife has packed. And started eating. And you want to take some, at least little rest, some water also, and juice or whatever you have carried, and then you relax for maybe some 30 minutes, 40 minutes, you get up. Now you're relaxed. Food is inside your stomach. Now, the backpack is very light, right? Because the load is gone. Now you start walking. You feel it a little easier to go now. Now tell me, the food that was there on your back, where did it go?
Stomach.
Transferred to? Stomach, right? So the total weight is remaining the same. Now why you feel very light? Because you are not carrying it. You are having it. Correct? So is with knowledge. Knowledge becomes heavy if you are carrying it. Knowledge becomes light when you have it. It is you. It is not you have. You are that knowledge. Knowledge, when it is carried as an information, it is in the head. Knowledge, when it is carried as your experience, it is in your heart. Thereafter, you will not have the burden of knowledge. It becomes spontaneous. It becomes so effortless. You understand that? So humility is where the knowledge has descended from the head to the heart. And that is the reason why men of knowledge don't feel heavy about that. They are very light. In Tamil, that's what enlightenment. Very light. I am very light. I have no problem with that. Why do angels fly? Because they take themselves very light. We take ourselves too seriously. That's what I'm telling you. Don't take yourself too seriously. Knowledge is so simple once it becomes your own. So men of knowledge are humble and simple and so easygoing. Unlike scholars who are having that knowledge and they would like to give that knowledge to make themselves feel very happy about it, proud about it, and want people to know I have that knowledge. Please respect me for that. Not please, respect me. Whereas a Mahatma who has knowledge, has experience, even nobody respects, he is okay. He is so fine. Because he doesn't carry that knowledge for the sake of showing off himself. It has become his experience, therefore he is living by that. So humility is a sign of completeness. It's a sign of fulfillment. Vidya dadadi vinayam. Vidya, the knowledge, dadadi gives vinayam, humility. Now I'll tell you why it is so. First of all, there is nobody in this world who knows everything. Correct. Secondly, there is nobody in this world who knows nothing. We must understand this. Every one of us are a product of our past. Either you believe it in this very life itself, or if you believe so, in many lives. We have learned. But our problem is we are not able to bring forth that knowledge into action, and therefore it is still hidden. Nobody is idiot or fool. It is incapability of bringing that knowledge into action or expression. That's all it is. When a person does not have an opportunity to express what he or she knows, he will look idiot only. Is it not true? It's like a gold which is unpolished. You will not even know that it is there. When the tarnishedness or the darkness is removed with the using of the fire, etc., it starts shining up slowly. And then thereafter that person need not be introduced by anybody. It shines. See, Gurudev, what he did was to all of us to make us realize what is hidden in us. When I was growing up, I was so shy, I would not speak to anybody. If somebody comes home, I will just go back door. I'm always afraid of speaking or talking to people. Afraid, shy. And I was like this until almost, I met Gurudev. And he opened the key to that whole thing. Now you can't stop. You can't stop me talking. Now, I was thinking, how did it all happen? I was not a person who like this. I never speak. Either because I have a stage fear or whatever it is. In fact, that happened to Gurudev also. He was not a speaker. He was only a journalist. He was a writer. It was Swami Ishwaranandaji who told him that. You can write, right? Yes. Speak the same thing. He was so afraid. But he ultimately came out of it. So all of us are potentially capable of so many things. We are not given an opportunity to do so. That's why Gurudev used to say, youth are not useless, they are used less. They are not careless, they are cared less. If only you start understanding how carefully if you handle them, they will bring out very great, they can do many things great. We don't give the opportunity to them. Don't you also think that when you have done your professional course, etc., what do you want? Give me a break. What does it mean? Give me an opportunity to express what I know. Let me show you what I can do. Correct? So none in this world is the one who knows everything. There is none in this world who knows nothing. In fact, if you say, I know many things, okay, I will ask you to write what all things you know. One list, make one list of things. What languages you know, what skills you have, and what all you have learned in your life, write in a piece of paper. Take another piece of paper, what are the things you don't know? Which list will be more? Huh? What you know will be more, or what you don't know will be more? And so you should be humble. I don't know. What I don't know is more than what I know. Another list you make. What you don't know that you don't know. Can you ever even write a list? It's blank. It's as big as the space. I don't know. There are so many things which we don't know that we don't know. And I used to give this as one example, one story I read, not story, a small anecdote. There was a Mullah Nazaruddin. I don't know whether I told you about this. He's a very funny person. Mullah Nazaruddin was a character. Very nice person, very well-read person, and he was asked to give a talk in one place. So the organizers went and approached him and said, "Sir, you speak on many subjects. Our audience is interested to listen to you. Please come and give a lecture." So I said, I was after a lot of hesitancy. He said, "Okay, I will come." So he was invited and he was introduced, and then he stood on the podium, and said, "I have a question to all of you. How many of you know what I am going to talk?" They had no clue about it. So they all looked at each other. "We don't know." He turned to the organizers. "They don't even know what I am going to talk. What should I talk to them?" He went away. So the organizers were very unhappy. He said, "What is this?" So next time when they approached him, "Sir, you come. But you people are so stupid. They don't even know what I'm going to do." No. We prepared them. Okay. They came. He came. So he stood near the mic. "How many of you know what I'm going to talk?" Everybody raised, "We know what you're going to talk." Then he turned to the organizer. "They know already. Why should I talk?" So the organizers again got very upset. What do we do now? Third time when they went, "Please come and talk. Your audience is not intelligent. Why should I? No, please come. We prepared them." Okay. Stood there. "How many of you know what I'm going to talk?" They prepared themselves very well. Half of them said, "How many of you do not know what I'm going to talk?" Those who know, please tell them. In his joke apart, the point is, Gurudev always said, in front of you, the audience are not stupids, idiots. Don't ever consider that way. Don't ever think that those who are listening to you are foolish. And don't come with that misunderstanding, or don't come with that kind of an assumption. You are given an opportunity to serve the Lord. Therefore, when you speak, you are not speaking to the audience. You are speaking to Bhagavan, to the Lord. What should be your attitude? He told all of us, when you give lecture or anywhere, when you are sharing your knowledge, never ever think that you are talking to people. You are not talking to anybody. You are talking to the Lord. And what should be your attitude? Bhagavan, I may be making mistakes. I am just submitting what I know. Please accept. Is it not that attitude you have when you are offering a Naivedyam? When you are offering the food or anything, will you have the arrogance? Bhagavan, मैंने किया, I did it. What you say? तेरा तुझको अर्पण. जो आपका है मैं आपको दे रहा हूं. आपने, you only gave it to me. I have no arrogance that I did anything. Even the flower that you pick up from the garden and you give it to the Lord, what are you doing? आप किसको दे रहे हैं? To whom are you giving? The one who already made it. Do you think you made the flower? You can't make even one flower. You cannot make even one single grass in this whole world. He did it, and you are giving it back to him. And the giving back to him is the humility. It's not that I created anything. I am giving you with love, and this love you please accept. That's why we chant Kayena Vacha Manasendriyerva Buddhyatmanava Prakrite Swabhava Karomi Yadyat Sakalam Parasmai Narayanaya Iti Samarpaya. I'm offering. Whatever I do by body, mind, senses, etc., I may be doing the right thing. I may not be doing the right thing, but please accept. That surrender is to give it back to the source. Just like the river goes back to the ocean with humility. It has no arrogance towards going to the ocean because it is going back to its source, from where it came from, is it not? So you are offering the food or anything is, oh Lord, you are the creator. I didn't create any of this. I can only create problems. I cannot create anything useful. And I am offering back to you. That is humility. So this humility, therefore, understand the real spirit behind the Vinayata. Humility is not weakling, not weakness, but it is doorway to wisdom. Those who have Vinaya, those who have humility, are those who have correct knowledge. And never get arrogated by your knowledge. Never. Because this, especially in the field of spirituality, the moment you think you know, you lost it. It's very interesting. You think you know, you don't know then. Because if the knowledge is owned by ego and arrogance, you have lost the very purpose of that knowledge. The purpose of the knowledge is to destroy the ego, but if the knowledge itself increases the ego, what is the use? It is like you as a doctor, you tell your patient that, you have some kind of a stomach issue, I'm giving you a pill, take one pill a day, every day morning after your breakfast. In 10 days' time, you will be all right. If that patient comes back and say, I do not have patience to wait for 10 days, even though I am a patient, but I have no patience. So can I have all the 10 pills in one day to quicken that process? The doctor would say, you will come back with me as another patient. That's all it is. Everything takes time. Just because the pill is working doesn't mean you take all the 10 pills together at the same time. Is it not? In the same way, knowledge grows as slow as any other thing. Even as if a lady is pregnant, it is 9 months or so for the child to grow completely. You cannot say, come on, quick, I cannot wait nowadays. Make it fast. No, Bhagavan. Technology has increased. Can the technology make the child grow within a month? Then it is a dangerous one. It takes time. Anything natural has its own course of working. You cannot expedite it. knowledge is the same. If you think that you know everything, at that very moment it is lost. Because the moment you think you know, you stop growing. A growth requires enormous patience. And Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, the growth of knowledge and the maturity of knowledge takes place over many lives. Not days, not weeks, not months, not years. We have the patience to continue our lives. Yes. That's where the humility. Because why humility? Because you can't do anything. You can't force it. Do you go to that? Nowadays you have what is called easy grow. Some plants you put some fertilizers to make it fast grow. No. One student went to the teacher and said, I have learned so many things from many masters. I have come to you finally to complete my knowledge. So please, give me that knowledge. The teacher looked at him and said, tell me what you already know, and then I see what I have to fill up with. You say what you know, then obviously I can fill up what you don't know. And that fellow started saying that I know that, I know this, I know this, I know that, and went on and on. The teacher took a cup of tea. It's a Zen story. So he took a cup and started filling as he was talking. And that cup got filled, it overfilled, and then went into the saucer. That also got filled, and it went onto the table. And student suddenly stopped and said, it is overfilled and overflowing. He said, exactly. Only if you are empty, I can fill. If you are filled, I cannot do anything about it. If you are already full, whatever I give will be waste. If you think you already know, what I can give you will be a waste. So a student should go to the teacher with completely empty. What I know is incomplete, and I am ready to listen. That's why in the Upanishad it is said, a boy or a student for that matter who has understood that he has to go to the teacher, he goes to the teacher with his hand full of dry sticks, carrying on his head, going to the teacher and offering the dry sticks in front of him. Very significantly, that means, symbolically what it means is, I am as dry as these sticks, burn it. I am ready to burn my ego in front of you. Just like the stick can be burnt, right? For yajna, yaga, adi karma, the stick can be burnt. In the same way, I am ready to burn, and I am ready to become nothing in front of you. After all, we are so arrogant about our physical beauty, etc. But in front of the Lord, we should burn that. That's why we offer light, or even we offer the, camphor. What is the purpose of the camphor or a candle light? What happens at the end of it? Burned, all right. What is there? Nothing. Candle burnt is nothing afterwards. Or when you camphor, what happens? Nothing. And Bhagavan takes the ashes and puts it on his head. Now you are burnt. You are complete now. In front of him, show no arrogance. I am nobody. I have no body and I am nobody. And you recognize that I am no one, nobody in front of the Lord, He fills you. If you go as somebody, He says, wait, I'll wait. Until you become nobody, I'll wait. You go to buy anything in a bag and bag is already full. What do you buy? If your vessel is already full, how can anybody fill? If your mind is already full, what can the Guru do? So humility is a sign of wisdom. I know nothing and I would like to learn from you. That is what is called Vinayata. How much ever, whatever you learned, when we do not have the knowledge about ourselves, we are still ignorant. Whatever knowledge that we have got about the world, about the science of things and then management or finance and software and law and medical science, whatever knowledge that you have, but you don't know who you are, is it not such a foolishness? I don't know who I am, but I know everything else. That ignorance can be removed only by Atma Jnana, knowing who you are. And interesting thing is, once you know who you are, you find all other knowledge is a waste. I'm not discouraging you about what you have learned already. But tell me, by knowing medicine, I'm sure some of you are doctors. How many of you are doctors here? Have the knowledge of medicine make you not have misery at all in your life? Has not, how many of you liars? Not liars. Liars here? Any liar here? Nobody will raise hand now, I know that. Has the knowledge of law made you never be unhappy in your life? You made many people unhappy, right, by your law? Knowledge of management. How many of, because of management knowledge or law or anything, any other knowledge for that matter, has made you not unhappy at all? Ever? Do you mean to say that I have the knowledge of medicine, therefore I will never be unhappy in my life? Can you say that? I have the knowledge of law, or I have the knowledge of engineering, therefore I will never be unhappy in my life. Can you say that? But I can tell you, I know the knowledge of the highest nature of the self. And that knowledge is that which will assure you, you will never be unhappy. That's what Krishna says. Ma Shucha, towards the last part of his treatment in Gita. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam raja aham tva sarva papepyah mokshayishyami ma Shucha. You will never be miserable. No other knowledge can assure you this. You mean to say your professor who is the PhD means permanent head damage. Do you think he is not unhappy about anything in your life? Definitely he will be unhappy about something in his life. About his wife maybe, about his children maybe, or about his health maybe. Something will make him or her unhappy. But the only knowledge that can, Shokasya param tarayudu. Narada goes to Sanat Kumaras. Naradaji, you know, the son of Brahma, and Sanat Kumaras are also sons of Brahma. Sanat Kumaras are very highly advanced in their thinking. Very small little fellows, 4 of them. Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat, 4. Very mature, very young age. And while Narada also very intelligent, very highly accomplished person, he has learned 64 kalas. All knowledge, all vidyas, Dhanur Vidya, Shilpa Vidya, Ganam, anything under the sun he has learned. All the Vedas, everything is done. Rituals, everything he knew. He goes to Sanat Kumaras and says, I know all these things, but I am still unhappy. Shokasya param tarayatu. Please take me beyond the ocean of sorrow. Sanat Kumara said, you know everything, but one thing you don't know is who you are. That knowledge, when it is not there, how will you be happy? So, humility is where you come to know who you are. not who you are right now, who you were, and who you are, and who you shall be forever. When I know who I am, my future, I'm not afraid of. Why? Because I know who I am. That knowledge which make you get released from all possible fears, uncertainties, unhappiness, dejections and failures. That knowledge is what? The greatest knowledge. Yajñātmā sarvamidam vikyādam bhavati, knowing which all are known. No real Mahatma, worth the name, ever became miserable. The knowledge assures that. So to that knowledge, one has to become humble. To the one who gives that knowledge, one has to become humble. The one who gained the knowledge in front of the Lord becomes humble. So that humility is what is considered as a true humility. As one of the great poets has written, that, "O Lord, make me the servant of 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 God." Bhartasya bharta. Make you me bharta. Bharta means a servant. Not bharta, bhrityu. Bhrityasya bhritti idi mam kurumayyanate. Please make me the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. So let me clarify this point. Humility is not a weakness. Humility is the dawn of wisdom from the head to the heart, from knowledge to experience. Once you realize that this knowledge alone is a savior, and anything else I know cannot release me from unhappiness. And the knowledge that makes an individual come to see the whole world as one, and no partiality, no differences, such a person is a true sevak, and such a person alone is a true representative of Lord, and such a person is only a love incarnate, and such a person will serve the world endlessly. Because he has found out that I and you are one and the same. That is symbolically what we mean by Namaskar. Namah karomi, Namah te. And that is the beautiful tradition of Hinduism. That when you do this, you are not subservient or you are becoming a servant of anybody. You are a servant of only the Lord. But accepting, admitting that the one in you and the one in me are one and the same. That is a symbol of submission of oneness. And when you are offering to the Lord, you are not offering what you did. You are offering to the Lord what He did to you. You are giving back to Him with a feeling of gratitude. Bhagavan, aap itna diya mujhe, मैं आपको वापस दे रहा हूँ. I am giving it back to the source and giving me an opportunity to give it back to the source. So that is the very idea of Vinaya. Vinayata. So of many names of Gurudev, which we have 108, we have seen one of them, that is one who is humble, one who remained humble, servant of the Lord. Look at the Hanumanji. In any picture you will see, Ramji is there, Sita is there, Lakshman is there. They are looking at you, but Hanumanji is not looking at anybody. He is looking at the feet of the Lord. Correct? He is just waiting. He is saying, I am ever your servant. I am ready, anytime, whatever you want. Ready to serve. With expecting nothing in return. When he was asked, finally, everybody had accomplished their individual tasks. Vibhishna went back to Lanka, and all of them, Sugriva went back to his kingdom, and all of them dispersed themselves. But finally, Hanumanji what's your plan of action? What are you going to do? You have finished the work. He said, Bhagavan, wherever your story is told, may I remain there. Even if you, he says, I will give you Vaikuntha. I will give you the abode of Lord Vishnu's abode. Because after all, Ram is avatar of Lord Vishnu. And he said that, come back to my abode. He said, sorry, I will remain here. Please allow me to be here. Yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kritam Astakanjalim Bashpavari Paripurna Lochanam Marutim Namadarakshasantakam. Yatra yatra, wherever Raghunatha Kirtanam, wherever the glory of Raghunatha Rama is being sung. Tatra tatra, there and then. Kritamastakāñjalim, remaining his head bowing down to the one who is talking about it. Tears flowing through his eyes, reliving those experiences. Bashpavari paripurna lochanam. With eyes filled with tears, remembering the glories of the Lord. Remain as a servant. He remembers that I am ever the servant of the Lord. And ever listening to the glory of the Lord is my work. Making sure that everybody remembers the glories of the Lord. So Hanuman is the symbol of that humility. Been given a job, he will uncompromisingly complete that. How many obstacles he had on the way to Lanka? Before he went, and so many obstacles. He said, please, let me finish the job. I will come back and take care of it. he would go ahead and complete his work. Even before Rama thought about it, he's already done that. He knows what he wants and accomplish. That is a true servant. There are three kinds of servants. Those who do even before you tell them. Those who do you after you tell them. Those who do not do even after you tell them. And the last category is called volunteer. Because they have to voluntarily do it. You tell them, karenge. The one who does even before you tell is a sevak. One who does when after you tell is a servant. One who does not do even after you tell is a volunteer. So be a servant, be a sevak of the Lord before he even thinks about it. He should have accomplished it. Mahatmas are sevaks, not servants. Not wait for Bhagavan, you tell and then only will do. No. I know what to do. Oh Lord, you are there with me. I am doing it. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhavat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om.